everyone, Sharon here. So today I'm going to be talking about the books that I read in the month of February. Now, the month of February was a really good month for me for reading. I read a total of 5 books, okay, which is better than January, because if you remember back, at least I do, I was really sick in January and I only read 3 books. So in February, I read a total of 5 books. They were all really good. I enjoyed every single one of them. I'll definitely give you a rating. I'll talk about a brief non-spoiler synopsis of them, and hopefully that'll encourage you to read the books that I read too, and you may enjoy them as much as I did. So without further ado, I'm going to get started on those 5 books that I read in the month of February. So the first book that we have up that I read is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. Now, I really like this book. I actually gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was just so well written. It was riveting. It's definitely about this woman who witnesses something specific on a cruise that she's on, and it's in Cabin 10. It's a really small, luxurious cruise ship. It only has 10 rooms, but it's the epitome of luxury. And yeah, so something mysterious and strange happens to this woman that she meets that's in Cabin 10. And so I just thought the book was really good. Now, what's strange and that some people don't like about it, but that I really liked, is that it's specifically about one woman. It's her perspective, it's the woman that saw what happened, and her feelings and her thought processes on strange things that begin to happen to her in this book. So 5 out of 5 for this book. I really enjoyed it, and it's by Ruth Ware, The Woman in Cabin 10. And in the month of February, I read The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. Now, I've also read, and I read it right at the beginning of February, Big Little Lies. And I did a full review, non-spoiler review, and I'll put the link down on that for just Big Little Lies. Okay, so this is the second book that I read of hers. And this was really good. I would probably give this a 4 out of 5 stars. Not as good as Big Little Lies, but I really did enjoy it. It's about this woman who finds this letter that was written from her husband who says, "Don't open it until I die." Okay, well, you kind of know, if it was me anyways, what would I do? You can kind of guess in there. But things start happening when she opens that letter. And so it goes through. You meet a lot of different characters. You get to know them. It's a third-person perspective novel. And it has different types of people with their ideas and their thought processes. So it's not just about one person. I really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. The Husband's Secret by Liane Moriarty. At the beginning of February, I read Liane Moriarty's Big Little Lies. I give this book a 4.75 out of 5 stars. It was just really good. I really enjoyed reading it. The way it was written was just so good. I did a full review, non-spoiler, that I'll put the link on below so that you can watch that too if you want to. It won't give anything away. But there is some stuff in here that I couldn't talk about in that non-spoiler review. So, you know, you need to read the book to try and find out what goes on in that. It's a third-person perspective with different characters' ideas, thought processes, and how they deal with so many issues. Now, this book that I really liked, and the reason why I rated it so high, is that it talks about very important social issues. And one of those social issues, for example, is bullying. It kind of brings that to the forefront and talks about that and how the people in this book deal with that bullying. Okay? So I really liked it. I would highly recommend this. And then I read Star Nomad, and this is written by Lindsay Buroker, and this is the first book in the Fallen Empire series. Now, this is definitely a science fiction space opera book. It's just really good. I'd probably give this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I just really enjoyed it. It kept me riveted. It was a fast read. It's not like it was too long. The characters in it are very well developed, and you get to know them kind of. There's like 8 books in this series, so you're just kind of beginning to get to know them. But the woman is a captain, the main character, and it's a third-person perspective on issues that happen when she tries to go and rescue her daughter. Okay, the characters, and she meets several different people on the way. Okay, has humor in it. It has battles that are just fantastic. It has good versus evil. And she's surrounded by men who really are really strong, yet she keeps her identity. They don't like overpower her like you kind of see in some of the books that I've read that are male driven, I guess. I think that's what I want to say. But anyways, she's a really strong female character. and she holds her own in space, in battles, in being a captain. And I really, really like that about this book. Okay, so I would recommend reading this book. It was great. And then we have one of the most different books that I've read. It's a manga, and it's called Spice and Wolf. Now, this is based on a Japanese novel. There's like 20 of these books. This was recommended as one of my, that if I wanted to start reading manga, that this would be the one that, this would be a good introduction to it. It's pretty simple to read, pretty understandable. The young girl here is a wolf. Okay, and then the young boy here, they're like, he's 26, and she's probably a little bit younger. He's a merchant in medieval times, and then she's just a mystical creature that he meets. It explains who she is in the book. It's based on a Japanese novel again, and the story is by Asuna Hasakura. Again, I've tried to pronounce these before, and it just doesn't come out right. So I will just leave it at that and just put the stories by this person that's kind of named right here. Yeah, I really liked it. Actually, I really enjoyed it. It was very charming, very whimsical. There is magic in here that I really like. It's set in medieval times, which makes it even better because I love medieval times. I would probably give this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I actually look forward to continuing on and reading more of this series to see what happens with these two main characters. 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. My first manga that I finished anyways. There we go. There you have it. That is the 5 books that I read in the month of February. I really enjoyed all the books that I read. I look forward to moving into March. Let me know what you thought. If you've read any of them, if you liked them, if you want to read them, that's great too. Let me know that in the comments below. And then like this video and also share it if you think somebody that you know would be interested in watching the video. Happy reading, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.